Universal wisdom made simple. The unity between biblical and ancient African wisdom. Introduction. In every village, under every majestic indigenous tree, there lives a keeper of wisdom. She may not carry books, yet her heart is a library of memory, her voice an echo of the ancestors, and her stories a path for the young to walk upon. This book is born from that timeless fire of storytelling. Wisdom of Gogo is an African retelling of the ancient teachings found in the Book of Sirach, known also as Ecclesiasticus. These teachings, though written centuries ago, breathe with the same truth that guides families today: honor, humility, love, friendship, responsibility, blessings, restraint, and the sacred power of our words. In these pages, Gogo Nomvula, a revered grandmother, speaks with her grandchildren Nia, Thando, Lethabo, and Marzigo. She teaches them through calm conversations, gentle observations, and the rhythms of daily life. The lessons do not fall like commands, they flow like river water, finding their place in each child's heart. This ebook is crafted to feel like sitting beside an elder at sunset, with the fire crackling softly and the night birds calling in the distance. You will hear laughter, feel the sting of difficult truths, and travel through reflections shaped by African soil, sky, and spirit. May every chapter guide you back to the wisdom that has always lived within you. Chapter 1. The Beginning of Wisdom. The rooster crowed long before sunrise, but Nia was already awake. She loved early mornings, the cool air, the first light stretching its fingers across the sky, and the quiet moments before the village came alive. She tiptoed out of the hut and found Gogo Nomvula sitting under the old marula tree, her shawl wrapped softly around her shoulders. A clay cup of warm tea steamed beside her. "Gogo," Nia whispered, settling beside her, "why do you always wake up before the sun?" Gogo smiled, her eyes glowing like embers. "Because wisdom also wakes early, my child. If you rise with it, it becomes your friend." Nia frowned thoughtfully. "Gogo, what is wisdom?" Gogo lifted a hand and pointed toward the horizon where the golden edge of the sun appeared. "Wisdom is like this sunrise. It does not shout. It does not rush. It reveals itself slowly to the one who watches, listens, and is patient." "But how do I get it?" Nia asked eagerly. "By seeking it," Gogo replied. "And seeking begins with humility. A wise person first admits that they do not know everything." Nia plucked a marula leaf and rolled it between her fingers. "But in school, they say we must know the answers." Gogo chuckled softly. "Ah, my child, answers are good, but questions are better. A wise person asks, why, and how, and what does this teach me?" Wisdom grows inside the one who is curious and gentle-hearted. She took a sip of tea, then continued. "There is a river within every person. Some rivers run fast, loud, and proud. Others flow quietly but carry depth. Wisdom is the quiet river. It does not boast. It does not compete. It simply lives its purpose." Nia closed her eyes, listening to the breeze in the marula leaves. "Gogo, will I ever be wise?" "You already are becoming wise," Gogo said, placing a warm hand on her shoulder. "Every time you choose kindness over anger, patience over hurry, truth over lies, you take one step closer. Wisdom is not a destination, Nia. It is a journey of the heart." A soft silence settled between them as the sun rose fully, bathing the village in light. Gogo spoke again, her voice low and steady. "Remember this, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Not fear as in trembling, but fear as in deep respect, reverence, and awareness of the sacredness around you." Nia breathed in the morning air. "I think I understand, Gogo." Gogo smiled. "You understand enough for today. And tomorrow, you will understand even more." Chapter 2. The Honor of Parents. The sun was high when Thando returned from the fields. His shoulders were tense, and his face carried a storm. He kicked a pebble across the yard, muttering under his breath. Gogo Nomvula watched him quietly from her stool as she shelled beans. She murmured, "The clouds have arrived early today." Thando frowned. "Which clouds, Gogo?" "The ones sitting on your face, my boy." He sighed deeply and sat beside her. "Mama shouted at me in front of everyone. Even the little children heard. I am too old to be treated like that." Gogo nodded calmly. Ah. And what did you do? Thando hesitated. I forgot to bring the cattle back before sunset. Gogo continued shelling beans. And why did you forget? I was playing soccer with my friends, he admitted quietly. Gogo paused, placing a handful of beans into the bowl. Thando, when a parent corrects you, it is not to embarrass you. It is to protect what you cannot yet see. Thando looked away. But I felt small. Gogo touched his elbow gently. Feeling small is sometimes the medicine that helps us grow. Honor does not always feel good, but it always does good. He sighed again. I still don't like being shouted at. No one does, Gogo said softly. But let me tell you something from the old teachings. A child who honors their parents builds their own future with strong hands. When you honor your mother, you honor the ancestors who watch over your path. Thando blinked. How does that work? Your mother carried you before you carried yourself. She fed you before you fed yourself. She prayed for you before you prayed for yourself. Every correction she gives is a thread tying you back to wisdom. Thando leaned his head against Gogo's shoulder. I didn't think of it like that. Gogo continued, her voice slow and steady. A parent's frustration is temporary. Their love is permanent. But when a child dishonours their parents, they cut themselves from the blessing meant for them. Thando's voice softened. So, I should apologize. Gogo smiled warmly. Apology is the broom that sweeps away the dust between hearts. Go, my child, and sweep. Thando stood, dusted his shorts, and nodded. I will, Gogo. As he walked away, Gogo whispered a blessing into the wind. May humility walk before him, and may honor follow behind. Chapter 3, The Beauty of Humility. A gentle rain had fallen the night before, leaving the earth dark and rich beneath everyone's feet. Letherbo loved mornings like this. She skipped across the yard, humming to herself, her little feet leaving tiny prints in the softened soil. She spotted Gogo Nomvula sweeping the veranda with slow, deliberate strokes. The broom moved like it was rehearsing an ancient dance. Gogo, Letherbo called cheerfully, why do you sweep every morning even when the wind will make it dirty again? Gogo smiled. Because sweeping teaches the heart humility, my child. Letherbo blinked. Humility? Is that like being quiet? Gogo chuckled softly. No, little one. Humility is when your heart sits gently inside you. Not loud. Not proud. Just steady. Letherbo dropped to the ground beside her. But why do some people think being humble means being weak? Gogo leaned on the broom and looked toward the hills. Ah, people misunderstand. Humility is the strength that knows when not to show off. It is the power that chooses peace instead of noise. She tapped her broom lightly on the floor. Even the tall tree bends when the storm comes. If it refuses, it breaks. But the grass that bends survives every storm. That is humility. Letherbo nodded slowly. So, proud people break? Pride builds walls, Gogo explained. Humility builds bridges. Pride says, I know everything. Humility says, teach me. Pride seeks praise. Humility seeks truth. Letherbo folded her arms across her knees. Sometimes I feel shy. Is that humility? Gogo took her tiny hand. Shyness is fear of being seen. Humility is being seen but choosing gentleness. A warm breeze brushed past them, shaking droplets from the leaves. Gogo continued, the wise teachings say, the greater you become, the more humble you must be, for your strength comes from the one who made you. Letherbo looked up at her grandmother with wide eyes. Gogo, can humble people still be strong? Oh, yes, Gogo said firmly. The most powerful people are the most humble. Their strength is quiet. Their hearts are soft, not because life is easy, but because they choose kindness even when they could choose anger. Letherbo rested her head against Gogo's leg. I want to be humble too. Gogo stroked her hair lovingly. And you already are, my child. Humility begins when you desire it. It grows when you practice it. It blossoms when you live it. The two of them sat together in peaceful silence, the morning filled with the sweet smell of wet earth. Chapter 4, True and False Friends. The afternoon sun stretched warmly across the yard when Marzigo arrived at Gogo Nomvula's home. His usually calm face was troubled, and he carried a heaviness in his steps. Gogo, who was spreading freshly washed blankets on the grass, looked up immediately. The wind is restless today, she said softly. What is troubling your spirit, my boy? Marzigo sank onto an upturned bucket. Gogo. I think I chose the wrong friends. Gogo's hands paused mid-fold. The path of friendship, beautiful when walked with the right people, painful when walked with the wrong ones. Tell me what happened. One of my friends wanted me to lie for him, Marzigo admitted. He said if I didn't protect him, then I wasn't loyal. When I refused, he told the others that I think I'm better than them. Gogo shook her head slowly. A friend who demands lies is not a friend, Marzigo. A real friend does not ask you to carry dirt in your hands. She sat beside him. Do you remember the proverb that says, a faithful friend is a strong shelter? A true friend is shade in the heat, comfort in the cold, a lamp in the darkness. Marzigo nodded weakly. Then why does it hurt so much? Because your heart is pure, Gogo replied. And pure hearts feel deeply. But listen well, not everyone who laughs with you walks with you. Some walk with you only when the path is smooth. Marzigo looked up. So how do I know who is true? Gogo pointed toward the cattle grazing lazily near the fence. See those cows? Some look strong but fall sick easily. Others appear small but are resilient. Friends are the same. You test them not by their words, but by their actions. She continued, a true friend corrects you when you are wrong, protects you when you are weak, celebrates you when you succeed, and stays even when the world becomes loud. Marzigo sighed. Then those boys, they weren't real friends. Gogo shook her head gently. No, my child. They were companions of convenience. Their loyalty ends where truth begins. He swallowed hard. Will I ever find true friends? Gogo smiled warmly. Yes. But first, become the kind of friend you seek. Kind, honest, loyal, and humble. Good hearts attract good hearts. And remember, it is better to walk alone than to walk with those who lead you away from yourself. A breeze curled through the yard, lifting the edges of the blankets. Gogo placed her hand on Masego's shoulder. The teachings say, a false friend disappears in times of trouble, but a true friend stands firm. One day you will look back and thank the heavens for removing those who were never meant to walk with you. Marzigo breathed deeply, relief softening his features. Thank you, Gogo. I needed to hear that. And you always will, Gogo replied. My door and my wisdom are open to you. My door and my wisdom are open to you. Chapter 5, Controlling the Tongue. The evening sky glowed orange as the children gathered around the small fire behind Gogo Nomvula's hut. Sparks flitted upward like tiny fire spirits dancing their way to the ancestors. Thando, still energetic from the day's chores, spoke loudly and quickly. Gogo, today at school, someone insulted me. I told him I would embarrass him tomorrow in front of everyone. I have good comebacks, Gogo. Sharp ones. Lethabo gasped. Thando. That's not nice. He shrugged. But he started it. And I can finish it. Gogo's gentle laugh floated through the air. Ah, Thando, so you have become a warrior of words. Thando puffed out his chest proudly. Yes, Gogo. I always win. Gogo stirred the fire with a stick. Winning is not always victory, my child. Tell me, do your words heal or hurt? Thando hesitated. Sometimes, hurt. But only when the person deserves it. Gogo raised a brow. And who told you that hurting others makes you strong? Thando looked away. Gogo continued, listen carefully. The tongue is small, but it can break a heart or mend it. The old teachings warn us that many have lived to regret sharp words, but no one regrets silence spoken in wisdom. Marzigo nodded thoughtfully. Words can start fights too. Indeed, Gogo said. A tongue without discipline is like fire, tiny, but able to burn an entire village. It destroys friendships, families, and one's own spirit. Thando frowned. But what if someone insults me first? Gogo smiled softly. Then you must choose what kind of man you want to become. The one who reacts or the one who rises. She pointed at the flames. See this fire? If you feed it dry grass, it grows wild. But if you leave it alone, it calms. Anger is the same. When someone provokes you, your response determines whether the fire dies or spreads. Nia spoke in her gentle voice. So controlling the tongue is controlling the heart? Gogo nodded. Yes, my child. The mouth only speaks what the heart stores. Keep peace in your heart, and peace will come from your mouth. Keep anger in your heart, and anger will spill out. Thando kicked a small stone. It's hard, Gogo. Gogo placed her hand on his shoulder. Wisdom is not easy, but it is powerful. Remember this, a kind word can stop a war. A harsh word can start one. Before you speak, ask yourself, will these words build or break? Thando sighed but smiled faintly. I will try, Gogo. That is all wisdom asks, she replied. May God greatly bless you and keep you safe. Comment, like and subscribe. Thank you.